What's up, YouTube? North Main Guide here. It's a rainy Tuesday afternoon and I am smoking a K-Woody drinkless. With some Irish mist from my local tobacconist, David & Sons. A lot of their tobacco, and I'll get into some of the stuff they carry here soon. Like most places, their house blends. They do ship it. It is available. So if I come across or if I mention anything, you say, that sounds interesting, drop me a message, drop me a comment, and I'll give you some information about how you can get them to send you some of their blends. They're very good. Very, very good. I bought this drinkless as an estate pipe last year. It's not at some point, maybe, yeah, last year. And it's really not the best smoker. And I haven't smoked from it a lot, I think because it's not the best smoker, and it may be that I need to kind of re-break it in. I gave it a pretty rigorous cleaning when I got it, so that might have something to do with it. Or I don't know, a lot of people have trouble with these stinger designs in them, and I've heard that you can cut the bulb off, and so that might be something that I might try if it doesn't improve. But I put it in a rotation, which I have a really hard time. I've got some great new pipes lately. I've got 2 new Savinellis. I got that LL Bean pipe. Man, my Country Gentleman's a great smoker. And I have this. And so with those other ones, it's hard to pick this up and smoke it sometimes, knowing that it doesn't always smoke the best. But I'm going to try to keep my rotation and stick to it. So I need to add 2 more pipes, and that's something I'm going to do probably here within the month, is get 2 more. Hopefully new. I'm trying to replace everything with new pipes and start with that. I also really favor larger bowls. A lot of times I'll sit back and smoke for over an hour, and sometimes I just don't get that with these smaller bowls like this here. I'm not really sure what you would classify this shape as. If you kind of have an idea on what shape that is, drop me a comment, let me know. Kind of interested to know that. But it's in pretty good shape. When I got it, it was just an estate pipe. A lady was selling it. She had got it part of a lot of other stuff, you know, like a lot of pipes on YouTube. I mean on eBay, excuse me. Well, like I mentioned, it is a rainy Tuesday. I was supposed to go out with a good friend of mine here that does a lot of filming for hunting and fishing and different things, and he was gonna film some fishing today. But we got blew out. A lot of rain, the seas picked up, and so we decided to wait, maybe till Friday, maybe till next week, we'll see. But yesterday, I patched up I had a crack in the bottom of my boat. I have an aluminum, you can see it behind me, I have an aluminum John boat, 16-foot, triple wide. It was actually a pretty good sized John boat, powered by a 40 horse, but man, it takes a beating. I do a lot of inshore fishing here on the coast, but I'm one of those nuts that I'll take it out in the ocean and I'll go out a couple miles on a decent day. As long as it's not over 2 to 3 foot seas, then I'll go out. You know, I feel comfortable. All boats under 20 have positive flotation, so you're not really gonna. If it gets swamped, eventually maybe the bilge could catch up or something. But I'm just saying, you have a lot of safety features built in. But I feel comfortable. A lot of boats can handle a lot more than you can comfortably handle yourself. You know, you go out and you're like, man, this is rough, but your boat can handle it, but you can't. Well, that is true most of the time, but now my boat's getting some wear and tear on it that it can't handle it. I use my boat all over the place. I use it fly fishing up in Maine. I take a lot of guide trips out. It's what I did before I moved down here, just guiding. So I did a lot of fly fishing trips for trout and salmon down the rivers, and it would take a beating on the rocks and different things, float as it floated and while underway. And then here it takes a beating from the ocean, just pounding into it. Even inshore it gets kind of windy sometimes. It really takes a beating. So that being said, yesterday I patched it up and I tried a new product that I've never tried before. Basically where it needed to be patched, it was right next to an old weld that I had where it had cracked along a really tough seam, and I had tried everything, so finally I just had to get it welded. Which if you know anything about welding on aluminum, if you have to pay somebody, it's really expensive, and most people do have to pay because it uses a very special TIG process, especially thin aluminum. You need to use like a multi-frequency TIG type welding. A lot of you know a lot more about that than I do. So I paid someone to do it, and they had a heck of a time with it. A very good welder. I know he's a good welder. And so anyway, after a period of time, it's been almost 2 years, I had another little crack next to that weld, but it's more in the middle. It's not along a seam anymore. So I used a product called G-Flex. And this G-Flex is made by West System. You get it at West Marine. Or West System brands it. It's actually made by like some kind of the Guggen brothers, but they make a lot of stuff for West System, or they might be West System, but that's the people I believe that manufacture it, or that came up with the product. This stuff is supposed to be really, really tough, like fiberglass, but it flexes. And man, I've seen a lot of different demonstrations and whatnot using this product, and man, it looks awesome. So I went ahead and took some fiberglass cloth and laid it down, as I saw other people do with this, and put this over top, and man, it is tough. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it handles the beating of the waves and everything. But man, you know, I've made some repairs in the past and thought, there's, you know, I'm gonna have to baby this, but this, I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this stuff is tough. It's gonna be able to handle it. So kind of excited about that. It bought me a little bit more time, because I do know that at some point that boat's gonna have to be replaced. You know, at least the shell of it. So I'm looking into doing that now anyway. But it's always better when you can do it on your own time instead of, you know, when you absolutely have to do it when something breaks. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that and do a little bit of rewiring. I'm not the best electrician in the world, and even still, a lot of people have trouble with 12-volt applications and DC DC applications. And so my boat wiring, my lights on my boat, I've got green interior lights that light up the whole inside, and then also accent lights underneath my motor. And I do that a lot because I'm out at night and I can flip those lights and see inside my boat. And they flip green, and then they also flip white. And then my accent lights underneath my motor, they're just green. But it lets me see to the bottom, and I can see what the composition is, make sure I'm not around any oyster beds or anything. That would slice my boat. But man, the fishing's been good lately. I've mentioned it in a couple other videos. Down here, I'm in the Wilmington, North Carolina area, and Man, we have Spanish mackerel running right now. The blues have a good bite going on. Man, June is some of the best red fishing you could ask for here in the area as well. A lot of them have gotten to their spots where they'll be all summer. And so you kind of take your pick, you know, what you want to go out and do. Lately I've been trolling out for a lot of Spanish, and I was going to try to do some red fishing today and that's always really great footage. And just didn't work out, so we're gonna have a couple days of rainy weather. It's a great day to shoot videos in here and do some boat repairs. Catch up on all the stuff you put off because it's so nice outside. Been having feels like a streak of bad luck lately with having to fix stuff. I think my fuel pump's going on my truck too. So that's another thing I have to fix. But that's all right. It's such as life, you know. But do you have any comments about maybe what I can do to improve the smoking of this K-Woody? Let me know. Do any of you have any experience with cutting that stinger off? If so, you know, shoot me a comment. Let me know, because something I'm interested in doing. But you know, I hate to ruin the pipe. I hate to do that, and it, you know, just completely ruins it, because it's not the worst smoke in the world. But you know, if we could improve it, I'll definitely give it a shot. But thanks a lot, guys. Happy Tuesday to you, and I'll be seeing you some more this week.